But here we go. We got Miss Tabaka's 2017 Lexus GS 350 here. But this kind of will cover all vehicles with this scenario. She went to get new tires today, and those yahoos over-tightened 2 of her lugs and snapped them. One on this side, one on the driver's side. So I've already done the driver's side. I'm gonna do this side now. I want to also tell you, before we even get started, I'm gonna make this look a lot easier and a lot faster than it's gonna be if you've never done this before and you don't have the right tools. But it can be done different ways, which I will explain as I go. But first step is to get your vehicle up and supported so you can remove the tire. So we got to remove, in the case of this one, the remaining 4 lug nuts, which, look, I noticed this on the other side. That one's not even all the way on. They had one just like that on the other side too. Like, what were they doing, man? But, and I don't like to badmouth people, but like, come on. So this is something I learned a long time ago for making the same mistake. You can use an impact to take the lugs off, and you can use it to snug them back up, but you always want to torque your lug nuts down because the torques vary so much, and those impacts are so strong now that they can snap a lug. So you got to be careful. But we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna zip these off, I'm gonna get these tires off, and then we're gonna get right in there. Okay, this side's way worse than the other side. They cross-threaded it so bad that I can't get it off. It actually pushed the stud out the backside, but I gotta get this apart, and that's about to become a freaking nightmare. Don't do that. Just don't do that. I think they put the lug in the socket and tried to zip it on, bound it up, and just said screw it. She had 3 lug nuts holding this tire on, basically. So if you're changing a wheel stud, right, the next step is going to be to take off your brake caliper. Depending on your make and model of vehicle, they're going to differ. The standard style caliper is not like this one here. It will have 2 bolts on the top to pop the caliper off. You can hang it back up here off of the strut tower. Then you'll unbolt the bracket, take your pads out, unbolt the bracket, take it off to access your rotor. These Lexuses have these goofy style ones. So in my case, what we do is we pull this little cotter pin out here, and then we slide this rod out. This piece comes out. We'll pull the brake pads out from the top, and then just unbolt the entire caliper assembly, and we'll hang it back here. I'm gonna go ahead and knock that off real quick, and then I'll pick up from there. All right, here we are with our caliper off. It is hanging up. You can use zip ties or a caliper hanger like I have here, or a bungee cord. Just make sure you don't have the pressure on your brake line, and you're good to go, and it's out of the way. So next step is going to be removing your rotor. To remove your rotor, some of y'all might have a set screw in it. Otherwise, you're just going to use a hammer to hit in between the studs if it's stuck until it breaks free and it can slide off, or it should just slide right off of there. All right, here we are. Our hub is exposed. So we are ready to go ahead and knock out the broken stud. So there are a couple different ways of doing this. What I'm going to do is the easiest way that I have at my disposal. I'm going to use an air hammer, and I'm just going to go brap, and it's going to fly out the backside. If you don't have an air hammer, you can literally just beat on this thing with like a 3-pound sledge, and it will come out. It's just going to suck real bad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have an air hammer or have a friend with an air hammer or can get access to one, I highly recommend it. Otherwise, you can bang on it with a hammer like I said previously, but check it out. We're gonna take our air hammer, we're gonna set it right on here and give her a wallop. Just like that. Bam, out of there. All right, now for the new stud install, which I would just get these at any of your local auto parts stores. They always have a handful of them, and they have exactly what you need depending on your make, model, and car. This thing was like $4 at O'Reilly's. And depending on what car you have, you may have to rotate. A lot of times the hub has to be put in a very specific position for these to fit in from the backside. But in this car, you can just kind of get it almost from anywhere. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a little bit of grease and put grease all down on the inside right here where you're going to press this into the hub. So I'll rub some grease on there, and then I'll show you what to do. All right, so I'm out of red lithium grease, so I just use brake caliper grease, which is what I use on the other side. It works just fine. So you're just trying to get a little bit of lube right there on the inside of those knurled edges that get pressed into the hub. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide this in, and we're gonna take 2 big washers, like so. And we bought an extra lug nut that doesn't have a cap on it, so it can thread all the way down. What we're gonna do is draw that into the hole with an impact. So what we're gonna do is put the big washer down, put the small washer down, and then tighten this lug nut all the way down while putting pressure with our finger to try and get it as straight as we can get it. Now, we're going to take an impact and just draw that sucker up flat. So this is called drawing in a stud. So you'll see it back here on the back. Hold on, let me turn my light on. Oh, my headlight died. All right, so you'll see back here that it's lined up and we just need to pull it in. So we're gonna go ahead and just start tightening this lug with the washer spacers, and you only wanna tighten it until that lands flat. So right there. So at that point, you're good, just stop. If you continue to try and over tighten it, you can over stress these threads and then you'll just snap off another lug. Right now, you can just take this guy off, just like so, pop your washers off, and your new stud is installed, ready to go. Woo! So there you have it. At that point, you can put your rotor back on. I like to decompress my brake caliper just a little bit and clean everything up and re-grease it, kind of like you're doing a brake job without doing a brake job. Put it all back together, you're good to go. So hopefully this video helps somebody out. It is that easy to change a wheel stud. Apparently Sam's Club, where they tore this thing up, tried to tell her you couldn't even replace these and she had to pay $1,100 even though they broke everything. So they're in the middle of doing negotiations with them. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard from a Walmart parent company or whatever, but who knows. But hopefully this video helped somebody out. If it did, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more.